So I am all for throwing against the wall and see if it sticks. It is that season, as it were, especially talking about potential trades. You've seen our videos. Vikings need to trade for this guy, sign that guy, that whole thing. But it is fun, especially when the national media jabroni haircuts start getting in on it. So, Field Yates of ESPN. I like Field Yates. I think he's phenomenal at fantasy football, phenomenal as NFL coverage. He's great, right? Put out an article this week titled, Imagining 5 2020 NFL Trades That Help Both Teams. So there you go. In it, he detailed one trade involving the Minnesota Vikings. So in that trade, Minnesota Vikings trade OT Riley Reiff and agreed to pay $3.8 million of his 2020 base salary to the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim for cornerback Desmond King II. So on its face, I'm certainly down. It seems oddly specific. This almost seems like Chargers GM Tom Telesco said, like, hey, Field, do us a solid, float out these terms in public, and we'll negotiate with the Vikings through the media, which obviously happens, right? It's just oddly specific, $3.8 million, blah, 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 of a salary. Okay, sure. And so now, while I'm down to clown with trades, this one ain't happening. And it isn't because I have such love for Riley Reiff and I despise Desmond King. No, Desmond King is a dude, right? So let's get into why. So number one, like I said, I'm 100% down to deal Riley Reiff. I think Ezra will be fine starting day one, even with this weird off season. Vikings can save $11 million against the 2020 cap by making him a post June 1st designation, which you can do in trades. And I think that he does have value to certain teams. He has a reasonable non-guaranteed contract with 2 years left for a very average left tackle. So you would be saying, why would the Vikings let Reiff go? So he's only average because he does well against poor competition and he does terrible against above average competition. Because last year, half of his pressures allowed, half of his sacks were in 4 games. Right, there was against the Packers, 1 game against the Bears, and then of course the divisional round against the Niners. So that's not good. That's no bueno. Right? And Zimmer, Kubiak, and Dennison. Here's why it won't happen. I mean, they are not me, which is good for me or good for them. I don't know. It goes either way. But coaches, by their nature, are conservative as hell, always going to take the safe route. And all ties and even advantages, slight disadvantages, they go to the veterans, right? So with a shortened offseason, haven't even gotten Ezra Cleveland on the field. No rookie OTAs, no mini camps, no nothing like that. So odds are also that they probably haven't even met Ezra Cleveland in person, which is wild if you think about it, right? So you think they will put Ezra Cleveland on the blind side of Kirk Cousins with this season, Super Bowl window open, blah, 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 after seeing him in training camp for a couple weeks? Fairly unlikely, unless Ezra comes in and blows the doors off the roof, which he certainly could. I think he does have that talent in him. And the notion that the Vikings would pay part of Reiff's salary to make him go away, though, nah. F that all the way to Sunday, because the Vikings could just cut him, which would be fine. They get no trade compensation, but they do save that extra $3.8 million in change that they would have paid against the salary, which, no, screwed. But like we said, Desmond King II is a bad dude. He is so damn good. Of course, everyone read the article, got out. Jaleel Johnson, former Iowa teammates with Desmond King. He's in. Never mind. Hey, F you, Riley Reiff, the guy that I practice against every day, and also an Iowa Hawkeye alum. Yeah, screw you. Got my guy Desmond coming in. But Desmond King, 25 years old, 5'10", 200, was a 5th-round pick in 2017. He's just a monster in the slot. He matches up well against slot receivers, against tight ends, against running backs. Whatever you put in the slot, Desmond King can cover it. He's played 1,893 of his career, 2,231 defensive snaps in the slot, 84.85%. So that is his role. That is what he does. Was the second team All-Pro in 2018, where he had 62 tackles, broke up 10 passes, had 3 picks, including a pick 6, an 88.6 PFF grade, and included a 90.1 grade in coverage, best in the NFL. So the future is bright. And then 2019 came along. So he had it down 2019. He was even benched week 15, the beatdown against the Vikings for internal drama reasons. So there's something going on there. Maybe the coaching staff isn't getting along with King. Maybe this, maybe that. I don't know. But King is absolutely a stud, would fit in nicely for the Vikings, even though I do love Hughes and Holton Hill and El Jefe and Cameron Dantzler. The fact that you could bring in Desmond King, just toss him in the slot and let him operate, I think that would be huge for a very young Vikings cornerback room. But also, from the Chargers' perspective, like I don't know why they would break up their nice secondary for Riley Reiff and then have to pay Riley Reiff, right? So you got Casey Hayward and Chris Harris on the outside. You got King working in the slot. You got Derwin James down the box, and then you got Rayshon Jenkins as the other safety. That's a damn good secondary, especially in division with Patrick Mahomes. So you're going to need to bring your lunch pail and your work boots and all of your defensive backs to work because they need that, right? Plus, I mean, at tackle, I think that they will go with free agent signee coming for Green Bay, Brian Bulaga at right tackle. I think they may try second-year man Trey Pipkins, the pride of Sioux Falls, former third-round pick last year at left tackle, or vice versa. So I think it doesn't make a lot of sense that they give up a valuable piece like King to get Riley Reiff and then pay Riley Reiff. I mean, sure, different strokes for different folks, but from the Chargers' point of view, I don't know. Like, maybe they are just sick of King. Maybe they don't plan on signing him long term, so it's sort of a moot point. And right now, just get what you can get for him. And, I'm interested, but like I said, F paying part of Reiff's 2020 salary. Screw all of that noise. Either player for player or nothing. Or step away. We're done. We got here. So, but I don't see the Vikings doing that with Reiff. I think that the team will try to stay the course. I think they'll have Riley Reiff start at left tackle. I think they'll have Ezra Cleveland on the bench, or I don't want him at guard, but if it gets him on the field, sure. But what I do see happen with the Vikings is that they'll get right to the beginning of the season, or right to the end of training camp, right before the season starts, and then they'll approach Riley Reiff with a pay cut. So Reiff sort of weighing the pros and cons. Unlikely that if he was let go, he would land a big contract, and unlikely that he'd land a starting spot right away. So maybe he goes for it. I think the Vikings could save a couple nickels there. So I think that's more likely, but I don't know. It did get people talking. And the more I think about it, if it's a normal training camp, even with the short period of time, and Ezra Cleveland just absolutely balls out, then maybe they go for it. But I think it's still pretty doubtful as of right now. But your thoughts? Ezra Cleveland starting, and then Riley Reiff being shipped to LA for Desmond King? Stud. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Post on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.